Alright, so hello students, I hope you're all doing well, and you know for a fact that the Narsimhaji Institute's management studies, basically the legal aptitude or the law aptitude test, commonly known as NMIMS LAT, is the forms for the same are already out. So with regards to the same, let's quickly try to understand every detailed information with regards to this form so that it becomes easier for you all to go through it, to understand the same, and then you can fill the form. So in this session today, we will be discussing everything. Okay, so you can see it in the slide as well that the registrations for both BA LLB honors as well as BBA LLB honors is open. Now, this is one such institution that even though it has multiple campuses, all of these campuses provide BA-LLB honors program as well as BBA-LLB honors program rather than only giving BA-LLB or BBA-LLB. So for this year, we know for a fact that there are total 7 campuses that are there that will be taking in your intake or admission for the BA-LLB honors as well as for the BBA-LLB honors. So let's try to understand all of that. But before understanding all of this, it is important for us to understand the exam structure. So understanding this exam structure, if you can see, the Mumbai institution or the Mumbai campus is called as Kirit P. Mehta School of Law. All the other campuses across India, the 7 campuses, that is Mumbai, Navi Mumbai, Indore, Chandigarh, Bangalore, Hyderabad and Ahmedabad, the new one, all of these campuses are then called as School of Law. The eligibility criteria over here is minimum of 50%, which that's a 50% aggregate in 10 plus 2 or any other equivalent examination. So you will have probably some diplomas or some other things. So with regards to all of this, that is the eligibility criteria. Now understanding all of this, let's understand the time limit and the number of questions. So you can see total 150 questions with 150 marks, but for 120 minutes. Okay, there is no sectional cutoff or there is no sectional timing per se. All the 5 sections, that is verbal reasoning, general knowledge, quantitative reasoning, logical reasoning and legal reasoning, all the 5 sections, each of them carrying 30 marks and 30 questions, which becomes a total of 150 marks and 150 questions. You will be given a time limit of 120 minutes. So be prepared for that as well. Moving on, the whole process or the whole registration takes place in 5 simple steps. Number 1, where you're supposed to click and begin your registration. So okay, in the further slides I will be discussing with you all what are these steps. Again, the second one will be to fill in your basic details. Third will be to put in your login credentials. Fourth would be to put in the application. So basically filling the application form, finally reviewing it and then submitting. And finally the fifth one would be the registration payment. Okay. So these are the 5 basic steps. So now understanding the same, let's first understand the selection process. Apart from the regular selection process that is given in the PDF, it is important for you all to understand one major thing, that you can attempt maximum 2 retakes in any of the selected category. Okay. So number 1, main test plus 2 retakes. Okay, the highest amongst the total attempts will be considered for the respective schools merit process. Alright, now similarly the first one, that is phase 1's merit, basically phase 1's test, NMIMS LAT law, should give minimum 1 attempt in phase 1, maximum 2 attempts either in phase 1, or he or she can also attempt or retake in the phase 2 as well. Okay, so this is a basic confusion that quite a lot of you had. Similarly, there will be a separate merit list which will be declared for phase 1 candidates based on the best scores that are available in the next time. Okay, so for admission counseling process for engineering, pharma, MSc and law. So since we are focusing on law, that is why I am mentioning about this as well. Now understanding the same, if you can see the next part, phase 2's merit list, separate merit list will be prepared, which includes the phase 1 candidates also. So understanding their updated scores, best scores amongst all the attempts, that will then be used. Phase 1 and 2 seats will be allotted distinctly and sanctioned by NMIMS management. So management holds a complete discretion over your selection. And further, as you can see, will be available in admission counseling offer letter. So once you log in into the application website, you will have a complete portal of your own. So in that portal you will get notification, remarks, updates, everything. In fact, your offer letter, selection process, payment, all of that will be done via that portal itself. Alright, now let's understand the major dates first. Phase 1 and phase 2 both have been mentioned in this session itself. So you can see the online registration for phase 1 starts from 20th February, which has already been started, and it is till the 26th of March. Similarly, the test will be conducted between 1st of March to 30th of March. The merit list for the phase 1 will be released on 21st of April 2025. Similarly, phase 2 registration immediately starts from the 27th of March and it is till the 26th of May. Similarly, you can see that the dates in order to conduct the test will be from 31st of March to 31st of May. Likewise, result or the merit selection for phase 2 is not yet out. The dates for the same are not yet out. You can probably think that somewhere in the first week of June the results will be there. Now furthermore, it is important for you to understand one thing, that it is always better to select the earliest dates rather than waiting for the ending period. Okay, so now these are the basic checklists that should be there with you. Your passport size photograph, although even if you're not supposed to upload your mark sheet in the further process, if the institution asks you to upload it, it should be handy with you. For the ones who are already attempting for the examination at this period, the ones who are giving their board exams, that is their 12th, don't worry, that is a different process, but keep your 10th mark sheet available as well as a recent passport size photograph. Okay, let's understand the online registration fees as well. You can see it for all the other departments, precisely why we have taken this image, so that you realize one thing, that you are supposed to look at the NMIMS LAT, which is on the 4th pointer. Okay, so look at this, that first attempt category will be 2000 rupees and every retake is of another 2000. So once you click on that retake, immediately your registration fees also increases. So the minimum will be 2000 rupees as a registration fees, and how many ever retakes you select, accordingly it may either go up to 4000 or even 6000. Okay, now let's understand the registration process. You can see it here as well. You need to enter the correct email address so that you can then verify the same. There will be a separate login ID and password that will be shared to you. You need to put the correct details. These details should be put in this manner, that it is actually the one that was there in your 10th mark sheet, because once you fill this in the registration area, after this you will not be able to change it. Okay, rather than clicking on the login button, you're supposed to first register. Remember these things. Moving on, once you click on that, you get a message like this. Okay, you get a registration detail like this, and then you must direct yourself to the email. On your email you get an option of verify now. Okay, you're supposed to click on this verification. In case this verify now button is not working, you can click on the link below that as well. Once you click on that, you are again directed to the dashboard. This is how your dashboard looks, and then this is how you're supposed to fill in the further details. Towards your left you can see all your application forms. So in fact, to speak, the institution plans it this way, that once you create one application, this can further be used for undergraduate program, graduate program, postgraduate program, PhD program, for everything. Okay, so you need to fill in the right details. You can see towards your left also, application form, postgraduate program, all the other things are there. You're supposed to click for, since ours is a UG undergraduate program, make sure that you are filling in the right form. Okay, now moving on, once you click on application forms, you will see all the list of institutions whose for application are now released. Now as you can see over here, select the appropriate application form. Towards the bottom you can see two arrows that are then helping you select for NMIMS LAT. Okay, so you can see it over here as well, NMIMS LAT BALLB and BBLLB program. Okay, further, Once you click on that, you begin with your application form. Now once application form, click and see these things, that it is basically divided into four major details. The first two will be with regards to your parents and personal details. Make sure that you are in the right eligibility criteria, okay, and as per the eligibility criteria mentioned in the handout, you are filling in the details. All right, once the fees is paid, there is no refund policy that is there for any of the examinations. Remember this thing, okay? So once we move on with the selection, with the application form, the primary thing that you need to do is put your image, your recent photograph. I will suggest do not fetch from DigiLocker. Click on choose from files and put your recent photograph. Reason being, sometimes in DigiLocker we tend to put the old images, so that may become another error. So put your recent photograph, your salutations, Miss, Mrs, Mr, Master, whatever your salutations are, your first name and your last name, it should be as per the 10th mark sheet again. Now this is already, once in the first form, once you fill it, this cannot be rechanged. Alright, number one. Number two, for the ones who do not have a surname, you can just put a simple dot over there, okay? Next being gender, blood group, date of birth, after which once you click on date of birth, it will directly count your age and put the details by its own in the next slide, that is in the next part, that is age as on 1st July 2025, okay? Nationality, region. Now when I say region, remember this thing that you can see it over here as well. The region should be West region, okay? West, because again, which region are you filling the form from? West, because this is again in the western region of India, which is Maharashtra. That is why I am putting it as West region. For the ones who are filling in the form from the eastern region or from the northern region of India, you're supposed to fill it that way. Similarly, for the students filling in from the south region of India. Likewise, category and marital status. Furthermore, you are supposed to put in your Adhaar details as well. So, you are supposed to put your name as per the Adhaar card and your identity proof. After which, what are you supposed to do? You are supposed to put your other details, students of special needs. Now, further, one thing that you must know, that after this, there will also be some of the other details. In your mind, you should be prepared for your own. So since there are institutional drives that are going on with regards to a APAR card, which is good for the ones who don't have something called as APAR card or a number of your academic bank of credits, you can simply log in on Google with academic bank of credits or ABC card and you will be fetched with the government's website. What personally I could feel on the application portal is the link that is shared for ABC card in the bracket in NMIMS's application part. There is a little bit of error in that. So rather than clicking on the same, put it on Google. In case you find any error, you want to verify, you want to rectify if the sheet or if the website is true, it is authentic and you are putting the right details, connect with any of your nearest mentors around the center. Connect with us either online or probably visit us at the center and I'll help you out. Moving further, you can see if in case you are a student with intellectual or any other disability, make sure you're selecting the right one and you are supposed to fill in and upload the certificate for the same. Furthermore, you need to put your contact details, the one that your primary put, that will always be there. At the same time, you're also supposed to put an alternate number. It is best, it is not a compulsory, there is no compulsory asterisk over there to put an alternate number. But the time you put it, it becomes better. Two reasons being that what happens is that in case you are not the institution is not able to connect to you on your primary number, there will be some alternate mode as well. Now let's move to the next one, after which you are supposed to put your address, the basic correspondence address, line 1, line 2 and your pin code. Without fail, do not make sure that you're putting the right details and then if your correspondence address is same to your permanent address. In case it is not, make sure that you're putting the permanent address as well. Okay, furthermore, now we come to the step 2, which is parents details. This is a very basic this thing. Your father's title, first name, last name. Similarly for your mother's title, first name and last name. All right. Now after this we come to the academic details. As I told you, you're supposed to fill in the proper step 3 talks about your 10th and 12th academic details, basic details that you're supposed to fill. From which institution have you completed your 10th, what was your seat number, how much did you score. Once you put in the details, basic details in the sense obtained marks, and out of how many marks it was there, it will by its own calculate the percentage, so you don't have to do any of that. Now moving on, similarly for your HSC details as well, this is how you're supposed to fill in the stream and school name. You can just put it as appearing. For the ones who have completed same like 10th, you're supposed to put all the other details. But in case you are still in the appearing phase, you can just put that, and the stream and school name needs to be put. Likewise, they will ask you about from where did you get to know about the NMIMS LAT. There are multiple options, right, from social media, word of mouth to whatever. So whatever you know, accordingly you can put that as well. Now we come to the next major topic, that is program selection. You only get 5 options or 5 5 pointers via which you can select the program. After these 5 institutions, no 6th can be selected. So once you are at the 5, you will be exhausted with the selection. So make sure that you're selecting the right institution. Now when we try to talk about these right institutions, there are multiple factors, and please make sure that you're going through these factors. You can see it over here. You have Mumbai campus, you have Navi Mumbai campus, you have Bangalore, Hyderabad. Then you have Indore campus, Chandigarh campus, and the new one, which is the Ahmedabad campus. All the campuses, all 7 of the campuses providing you both BA LLB honors as well as BBA LLB honors. Select the right institution as per your preferences. Then after which you need to select, as I told you in the start, in terms of retake. If you wish to select yes, then accordingly you will have to put in the number of retakes. If you wish to select no, then no other details needs to be put. Read the terms and conditions in the right manner, and then only click on the agree button. Okay, do not be in a hurry to just fill it in one go. You can definitely have and click on the option of save and continue later. Alright, now the fee structure will vary. So this one, as you can see, is with regards to understanding the basic fee structure, which is of 2000. Then if you have one more retake, it will go up till 4000. So remember this. Now furthermore, this brings me to another thing, that with regards to the institutions, what is the amount, or what is the what is the fees for these institutions. You can see it basically Mumbai campus, Navi Mumbai campus, Bangalore, Hyderabad, Indore and Chandigarh. All of these 6 campuses already have your law school ongoing, and then upcoming campuses you can see Ahmedabad. Although for selection, since they have given you the programs, which means that in the further few months they will be starting with the same. Now for the Mumbai campus, 180 seats are there for BA LLB and 120 seats are there for BBA LLB, both of which are costing you separately 3,50,000 per annum is the fees. Furthermore, for Mumbai and all the other campuses, you can see 60 seats for each of the courses, BA LLB as well as BBA LLB. Navi Mumbai campus has 2,75,000 as the fees. Bangalore has 2,25,000. Hyderabad campus has 1,02,000. Indore campus has 1,50,000 and Chandigarh campus has 1,75,000. Please be aware of these things, and then accordingly decide for the program as well. Now we come to some of the important pointers. As I told you, you must be absolutely sure for your selection. Once you have selected, you can't change it. Okay, so be very sure about this. Location makes a lot of difference, as we have told you. Mumbai campus is one of the best campuses, so that is for sure. But at the same time, which region, which other region would you be comfortable? Since it is in the parent institution, everything is managed by the SVKM NMIMS group. Okay, since it is all of that is managed by one institution, there is a high possibility, and rather this is what happens, that they take care of all the other campuses. So because they take care of all the other campuses, in terms of education, there would not be much of a compromise. But Mumbai campus, since it is being the best one, it will have the best facilities. So remember these things as well. Now once you reach a maximum preference limit, there is a high possibility that you will be given a warning button for the same. Now once you should be sure and only then click on the button as submitted. Once you click on the button submitted, please make sure that you have a hard copy of the application form, fee receipt, your registration number and password is available with you. Okay, now with this I come to the end of today's session. Please make sure that you are going through all of this in detail. In any time you feel that you are stuck with any of the questions, anything that you feel in, drop us a comment, probably connect with us on Telegram or come down to the center and we'll help you out. All the best for your NMIMS LAT. Take care. Bye bye.